I'm going to show you the installation of the Mow Rite By now. It's a fairly simple process. We've picked out a well casing that has been a pain to mow around since we've lived here the last 25 years. You can see the damage of a Toro tire on it that's hit. You can use this application on telephone boxes that come up. You notice most of them are broke off and everything from people hitting them. Signposts, fire hydrants, you name it. If it's an object you mow around and it's less than 18 inches, this is the perfect solution to get rid of your weed whacking, spraying poison, which we did here. I've worked the ground up a little bit to make it so we can put grass seed in, but we'll show you the installation, how simple it is. We begin with a little prep on the ground, not much. In a windy day, you'll need some weights to kind of control things a little bit. You'll notice we cut the size hole we think we're going to use. We'll bring it in line with our mowing path, and we will overlap it a little bit, and we shall dump a little mulch on it. That will kind of control the paper. Bring it up a little high in the middle. Filter it out on the sides. Put a little extra in there later. And you'll notice that little out to hold my paper from blowing around. And we will, you notice we have the slice in our ground cloth over here, so I'm going to put the slit of the mowing pad on the other side. Again, just fold it over, very easy to lift. Bring it over on this side. Oops, wrong side out. I like the nice finish side up. Put my foot on here and let her flop. And there we have it. Got a little extra cloth here. I just fold it over. And again, I'm going to show you a little security here in case you're putting one of these down the road and it's in a remote area and you don't want to lose it. I got a 1x2 plastic board. They sell them at Lowe's. They won't rot. I'll place that under here. I have material from a step runner from Lowe's, a couple bucks each, and I cut rubber pieces out, and that rubber will inhibit the grass growing up there. So here I will, let's pull my rubber out. You can tell if you're in the plastic board by how it draws down on you. Just barely have the screw head flush. I think I got a worn bit. You want to use deck screws with star torque driver. You can take them in and out a half dozen times and they're still good. Don't use Phillips because those are the worst invention in the world. Now we're pretty well done, and we're going to finish it off with one or two shovelfuls of mulch. I think that's enough mulch to stay there forever. And you'll see it's completed. The Mow Right By attribute will really simplify your mowing. You come at it here and you just mow right by. No more banging, no more tire hitting on your post, and no more 360 degrees. No more spraying poison in this spot. No more weed whacking in this spot. This is maintenance free for decades now. And it'll work on signposts, fence posts, trees, utility poles, fire hydrants, you name it. This Mow Right By will serve a very nice function. Again, we've got a piece of rubber underneath here that will prevent growth up through here. You can see it fits nice. If you wanted to put another shovelful of mulch on, you could. These are now obsolete, these instruments here. We have not used our weed whacker for a couple years since we put the Mow Right By in our pad or in our yard. We have not used poison spray on anything that created them ugly dark holes. And I don't know if it's wind erosion or there's no grass roots there, but you use poison for 30 years, all of a sudden your tree roots are all sticking up, and you've lost about 4 or 5 inches of soil around them. And you'll see when we do the crown landscaping edge borders where I had to bring in some topsoil to bring that back up. So that's the installation of the Mow Right By. Not a complicated affair, very simple, and for the rest of my life I will never have to maintain this. This is done, and much quicker mowing, saves time, effort, and money when you figure the gas. And I believe this is a fine product, and once people find out about it, I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. Thank you. This is a year after we did that installation, and I wanted to comment on the rubber strip that we put between there. If you put your ground cloth properly, you don't need that, but I go overboard on everything I do, so I put that rubber strip there. I showed you the security block to put on there in case you do it down the road where nobody is and somebody could easily pick it up and take it away. But on about all of my Mow Right Bys, I do not have that security block on there. So basically the installation is putting your ground cloth down, putting a little mulch down, flopping your Mow Right By mowing assistance pad down, and maybe putting another shovel full of mulch on it. So it's a very simple process to install these, and I just showed you some other options you might have.